Okay, so today we're going to work on lesson 1-4, which is decimal place values. So first thing we need to do is date our table of contents. Today's October 26th. 1-4 decimal place value. And then in my book, it's going to be on page 20. Now remember, this is wherever it is in your book, okay? So if you guys need to pause right here, we'll go ahead and pause the video and then update your table of contents. So the next thing we need to do is we need to label our page in our math notebook, which for me is going to be page 20. With 1-4 decimal place value. And then our essential question will be, how can you represent decimals? Now, if you guys need to pause here so you can catch up, that's what I would go ahead and do. So you guys have already learned about decimal place value through hundredths. Today you'll learn about thousands. And we've already kind of did thousands yesterday too, okay? So this really isn't anything new. So if we look at the example in 1-4 on page 14 at the top of the page, Joe picked a seed from her flowers. The seed measured 245 thousandths of a gram. What are some different ways you can represent 245 thousandths? And there's 3 ways, and we talked about this when we worked in small group the other day. You have the standard form, you have the expanded form, and you have the word form, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and write the standard form. And the standard form is just using the decimal, and it's 245 thousandths, okay? So if I write the expanded form, and I should have started on the right side of on the left side of my paper. And then we talked about this before. For the expanded form, we're going to have 2 times 1/10 for the 10th place, plus, oh, that's wrong, plus 4 for the 100th place, right there, times 1/100, plus 5, because that's in the 1,000th place value, times 1,000th. And that's how we write it in an expanded form. And then to write it in word form, we would write it just like we pronounce it, 245 thousandths. Oh, I ran out of room. Oop. Okay. So 245 thousandths is the word form. So you guys are going to work on guided practice. And you're going to do page 14, 1 through 9 odd. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to do number 2 and number 4 for you, okay? So the directions for number 2.
She's not in there, so.
So the directions for number 2 says, write the word form for each number and give the value of the underlying digit. So for number 2 they have 9 and 806 thousandths. And 6 is underlined. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to write the word form, which is 9, the decimal point, and 8, 100, 6 thousandths. Remember, when we're writing word form, we always take the place value from the greatest value furthest to the left, which in this is the ones column, so it's 9, and for the decimal, and then we use the place value from the farthest right, or the least amount for our decimal, which is a thousandths place, so 806 thousandths. And then the second part of the question ask us to give the value of this underlined 6. And the value of the underlined 6 is 6 thousandths. So all we have to do is write 6 thousandths. Or you can write it out if you would like. Now let's look at number 4. The directions for number 4 say write each number in standard form. So if we look at standard form, that's just a standard way we write a decimal. So number 4 says 4 and 68 hundredths. And 4 and 68 hundredths equal 4. And means decimal point. 68 hundredths. So 68 hundredths. And that's all you guys have to do. Once you're finished with guided practice, have me or Miss Russell or I check it. And then you can move on to independent practice. And I will give you the problems right now. That's going to be on page 15. And you're going to do 10 through 26 even. There's no reason you guys shouldn't be able to finish that today. Now remember, if you have any comments or you like the video, go ahead and like it and comment below. Thank you guys.